The Vamp, real name Denise Barringer, made her first appearance in Captain America 217, published in 1978. The issue was written by Roy Thomas and Don Glut and penciled by John Buscema. In the story, we're introduced to the Super Agents, a new team of S.H.I.E.L.D. special agents formed by director Nick Fury. The team consists of Marvel Man, the Texas Twister, Blue Streak, and the Vamp. The purpose of the team is to combat the Corporation, a sinister organization that has been giving both S.H.I.E.L.D. and Captain America a hard time recently. All members of the team have their own unique powers. The Vamp's is a special build that grants her the same fighting skills and strength as her opponents, putting them on equal grounds. Besides this build, she's also a martial artist in her own right. In the following issues of Captain America, the Vamp and the Super Agents became minor supporting characters. It was Nick Fury's intention to put Cap in command of the team, but the old soldier rejected the offer. His partner, the Falcon, was thus chosen instead. In Captain America 222, we were introduced to Animus, a bizarre beast that was hired to kill Cap by the Corporation. Animus was a mix of a primitive prehistoric man and a mentally superior future man, a perfect blend of brains and brawn. Animus' mental powers were so advanced he could animate the statue of Abraham Lincoln with his mind and command it to fight Cap. Now, what the hell does this have to do with the Vamp? Mr. Rogues, this is a very confusing video. Well, soon everything will make sense. Sort of. In Cap 230 and the Incredible Hulk 232, a typical Marvel-styled crossover, it was finally revealed that the Vamp was in fact a double agent working for the Corporation. Her job was to infiltrate S.H.I.E.L.D. as a member of the Super Agents team. In the previous issue of Cap, it had also been revealed that Blue Streak was a Corporation mole. Nick Fury really needs to be more thorough with his job applicants. As if all of that wasn't enough, it was also revealed that the Vamp and Animus were one and the same. The Vamp somehow had the power to transform into this beastly creature. So there you have it, the Vamp is Animus. Despite the awesome might of this bizarre genderbender, he still got his ass kicked by the Hulk. Apparently the source of Animus' powers came from his caveman club, and when Hulk smashed it, the beast reverted back to the Vamp and suffered a mental breakdown of sorts. A catatonic Vamp was taken by Cap to S.H.I.E.L.D. headquarters, where she would receive care. Apparently this helped, as the Vamp returned, sane and all, in Cap 319. If you've seen my Eternity Century video, you might remember Cap 319. Yes, that's right, that's the issue where the Scourge of the Underworld guns down a whole slew of minor rogues in a bar with no name. Eternity Century was one of them, and the Vamp was another. Despite being dead, the character returned 11 years later in Deadpool number 6. How the Vamp Animus was back from the grave wasn't explained whatsoever. In this story, she is hired by none other than Typhoid Mary to protect her from Deadpool, who's been hired by one of Mary's split personas to kill her, or something. The bottom line is, Vamp Animus fights Deadpool and is killed once again in the end. A year later, the character returned again in Deadpool number 0. This time, his resurrection was explained. She was cloned by Arnim Zola and made into his henchman woman. We saw this issue in the Eternity Century video too, as Zola cloned him as well, alongside a ton of other loser villains. Again, Vamp died, again at the hands of Deadpool. I guess Marvel felt that was enough, as we haven't seen the character since then. Just when you thought it couldn't get any weirder than she, we get this. So yeah, what to say about this character? I'm not sure that there's anything I can say. This character pretty much speaks for itself. Any further commentary is pretty superfluous. We don't really know anything about Vamp Animus anyway. His backstory is never revealed. His motivations are never revealed. How he got his bizarre powers are never revealed. Considering it took so long for Marvel to link Vamp with Animus, I get the feeling these two characters were originally meant to be completely separate. Some crazy joker then got the insane idea to make them one and the same. I'm glad he did though, as on their own, Vamp and Animus are nowhere near as entertaining. It is also interesting to note that, despite the character's ridiculous nature, he was played pretty much straight back in those Cap and Hulk issues. It wasn't until Deadpool that Vamp Animus became a complete joke. I feel that underneath all that silly weirdness, there is actually a very interesting villain there with loads of potential. But it's never going to amount to anything. It's just impossible to get past the ridiculous nature of this character. However, a bizarre weirdo is also fun, so I'm fine with it. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think about Vamp Animus. And as always, remember, Arkham Asylum awaits you in the next video.